What's going on YouTube? HeirofCarthage here. Check it out, I unlocked Boris Toddbringer because I finished the Eye for an Eye campaign. You may be watching this actually before you see that I finished that, but pretty sweet. So we got Toddbringer. Let's take a look at him real quick in the custom battle before I show you a replay. Old Toddbringer, there he is, he's a sword infantry. No mounts, wow, this dude just, or no, never mind. Scratch that. You can put him on a barded warhorse. He has access to healing potions, though, and the Rune Fang here. So you could give him a healing potion. This Rune Fang is, it only lasts for 21 seconds, but that's quite a bit of extra damage. Or you can just go for the healing potions, which is kind of cool to get a slightly stronger lord that has the healing potions. Still has pretty decent weapon strength, so that's kind of a nice addition. I like that. I like how you can unlock certain things in the game, too, and not everything's obviously just DLC or paid unlock or whatever. So that's kind of cool. Gives you a reason to beat some of the campaigns if you're a multiplayer only type player. Speaking of multiplayer, had some people submit some battles to me. We've got Dwarfs and Empire versus Green. Okay, yeah, so the guy who sent me the last 3v3 sent me another, thinking you all might want to see it, so I do have that to show you this week, but I also have this Chaos versus Dwarfs here that was sent in by Shifty Sean, so we will get to this one, so appreciate Tubbers sending that one. And let's check out this one, though, from Shifty Sean. I'm trying to catch up on some of my replays this week. This army is pretty similar to the one I had. He has a Chaos Knight, 5 Chaos with great weapons, though he has a Giant as well. And then the Hellcannon is actually going to be pretty brutal versus the Dwarfs, because they only have an organ gun, so that if the Hellcannon is manually aimed here, even not manually aimed might do a lot of damage. The Chaos Lord, I like this against the Dwarves. He's mounted on a Manticore. Check it out, following the camera, Creepster. So I actually like that. The Chaos Warriors with great weapons also going to be good against the Dwarfs. So I think that's an appropriate pick. The Giant is a very dangerous pick against the Dwarfs if he can get rid of these Thunders. That is a lot of Thunders, and this organ gun is a problem. If I were the Chaos player, I would sit back with the Hellcannon and try to do the damage, but obviously the Dwarfs are hidden for the most part here. He can see the organ gun, and I would certainly focus on getting rid of that organ gun. Let's see if he's manually aiming. Looks like it's probably just on auto aim. Yeah, the Dwarfs pushing this organ gun up front's not the smartest move there. It is a Chaos Knights with lances. I like having at least one of them. Let's check out the Dwarf army. So we got Runesmith here, and then Ungram Iron Fist. Miners with blasting charges, one in the back. Got some Dwarf Warriors, Iron Breakers. It's like 2 Iron Breakers and a bunch of Dwarf Warriors. A lot of money was spent on the hammers, or on the Thunderers, my bad. So no damage yet. Yeah, the Hellcannon is definitely best when manually targeted. There it scores a pretty significant hit. It's not going to take much to get rid of this organ gun. I say a significant hit. It did more hit point damage than actual model damage, but it did drop a couple of them. If the organ gun gets in range, though, and opens fire, it could be bad for Chaos. Let's see what its range looks like. I don't have the debug camera on right now. Organ gun might fire at the Chaos Lord, so he's going to want to get away from that. Chaos Lord does have healing potions. Yeah, and if this organ gun is lost by the Dwarfs, it's going to be a really, really bad story for them. They're all hidden in the woods. If they stay hidden there, it'll help them. But, I mean, as soon as they become visible, Chaos is going to be able to do significant damage. But they are spending a large amount of their ammunition. Fortunately, the Hellcannon's ammunition has been increased. Oh, the organ gun is opening fire. And it is going to wreck the Chaos with great weapons. So the Dwarfs are going to want to put an end to this real fast. Pretty hasty entrance here from the Chaos Lord, not being able to see the Thunderers, who are going to absolutely lay down a beating on him. But the Chaos Knights and the Chaos Lord coming in and getting rid of the organ gun, they are going to want to get away from here as quickly as possible. Nice shot from the Hellcannon here. Didn't really hit a significant target, but it was enough. So yeah, okay, they're going to get away here. So that was a pretty nice trade. They got rid of the organ gun. So now Chaos is free to continue firing with the Hellcannon. This blob of infantry back here is just absolutely juicy delicious for the Hellcannon if it can actually score a hit back there, but the aim is not getting it right now. So you can see that this Hellcannon, all the volleys it's fired, only 4 kills. Now partly because it was targeting these guys. Brutal hit there from the Hellcannon, so that's what I was waiting on. But this blob of infantry is just asking to be destroyed by the Hellcannon. Let's see what happens. So the dwarfs are coming forward now. They're leading their army a little bit with their leaders. Not a big deal. Another beautiful hit there from the Hellcannon. A little towards the back, but still a great hit. The Hellcannon, I mean, could have easily had like 200 or 300 kills if he was manually targeting this blob of dwarfs right here, I think. And he may be manually targeting, may just be missing a little bit. The organ gun has regrouped, so the Chaos Knights getting back over to it would be a good thing. The Manticore swinging around too. He's going to have to watch out for these Thunderers. They can jack him up in a big hurry. Oh man, the dwarf's eating another one. The Hellcannon, not a ton of kills yet. It still has plenty of ammo though. Chaos Knights may be coming in a little bit early here, so there's plenty of dwarf protection in the area. But Chaos Knights, yeah, they're going to pull out at the last second. Oh, they actually bait a volley of blasting charges pretty nicely there. And then here comes the Manticore right into the back of the distracted Thunderers, but these Thunderers are going to turn around and the Manticore is going to start eating it. He does have a healing potion, but he baits another volley of blasting charges out. Actually, that may not be a bad trade with the healing potion. I kind of think that that's okay. Baiting out some of the ammo that the dwarfs badly need at this point. A little bit of an overshot by the Hellcannon here. This Hellcannon could be far more effective if it was being manually targeted. The dwarves are going to have a very tough fight on their hands here against these Chaos Warriors with great weapons. The scary part for the Chaos Warriors is going to be the Thunderers. And right now, just not good targeting of the Hellcannon. The dwarf needs to put more pressure on the Manticore with the Thunderers here. He has 4 Thunderer units. Should easily be able to put some serious pressure on the Chaos Knights and the Manticores. Beautiful hit from the Hellcannon finally. And it looks like we've got, yeah, I've got the the Thunderers getting mauled here. The rest of the Thunderers are blobbed. Oh, check it out though. The Iron Breakers turn around and just absolutely lay into the Chaos Lord with all their blasting charges. But still, the Chaos Lord, let's see, he's healing, I think. No, just Deadly Onslaught. They've baited out a lot of the blasting charges. The dwarves are definitely kind of bunched up here, so for the dwarf player, they kind of have to bunch up to be protective, but it's also going to make things worse. Look at this Chaos Knight charge. All these dwarf Thunderers back here. This is why you don't blob up your Thunderers. If they were spread out, it could have prevented this. You're going to see a huge number of kills here from the Chaos Knights. Just watch it skyrocket. Killing almost 60 Thunderers on the charge absolutely paid for themselves. And then here comes the Chaos Warriors with great weapons charging into the line of the dwarfs, and then the Chaos Giant. So the Chaos Warriors with great weapons are going to be chewing through these dwarves like they're melted butter. And then the Giant here, if he's used properly, can help get rid of Ungram by causing huge amounts of armor-piercing damage. You see the Chaos Hellcannon still firing. Maybe not the like the most well-microed battle here, but it's entertaining in terms of the units and some of the fighting that gets to go on here. Let's check it out here. So yeah, the Chaos Warriors, great weapons, hacking away at the dwarves. The dwarves with their low attack are not going to do real well. The Chaos are going to be better anti-infantry units than the dwarves. The dwarves are just more of a defensive unit. You can see Ungram here getting swatted around pretty significantly. The Chaos Knights routed, but they've regrouped back here. There's going to be some regrouping Thunderers as well that they probably want to get and take out. Here comes some Forsaken. I kind of like how these guys are used as a reserve now to come in and deal extra damage rather than absorbing all the damage on the charge. So the Forsaken ought to come in here and really kind of help dish out some pretty serious damage. Woo! That was a pretty sweet view on that Hellcannon. Manticore's over here fighting the Chaos Lord. Lots of nice action going on here visually. And the healing potion's obviously keeping him alive. 36 kills. Ungram has taken some significant damage from the Chaos Giant. Where did that Giant? Oh, the Giant ate it. So the Giant bought the farm over here. Was actually defeated. The Dwarf Warriors are actually holding on. The Iron Breakers supported by the, yeah, they've got some pretty substantial buffs here because of the Runesmith. And then that Chaos shot actually, I think, hit the Chaos Lord. He got a potion of healing off, but if his leadership breaks, it's going to be wasted. But here comes some Chaos Warriors with great weapons to pin down Ungram. So Ungram is in big trouble. And then the Chaos Lord's going to swing on over into the Thunderers. That's a nice choice. Were the Knights ever brought back into battle? If they were, I didn't catch it. It looks like they're already out of the way. Or here they are. Yeah, here's the Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights are one of the coolest looking units in my opinion. They just don't get used much because of their expensive nature. So here's the Chaos Knights charging down the Runesmith. The Runesmith's not going to like that one bit. And if he's around this Lord and these Knights for very long, he's going to start dropping pretty quickly. The organ gun there just took a nasty shot, destroyed that artillery piece. So they're going to be off the field. So Chaos is starting to gain the upper hand, though a pretty stiff fight from the Iron Breakers here in the center. They've got 40 kills on the Chaos Warriors. And let's check out the Forsaken. Yeah, you can see that the Forsaken, had they been thrown in alone here in this fight, they would have gotten chewed up by the high defensive nature of the Dwarfs, I think. But now that they're dealing some extra damage, they ought to do well. It's really unfortunate that Chaos is kind of in such a bad place in terms of multiplayer because they have such cool looking units. They've got some really superior infantry, it's so cost forbidding. But I think some people are starting to learn some fun ways to use Chaos. I don't think it makes them like super competitively viable, but it's you're gonna see them get used a little more online. Like I said, in this case, the Hellcannon was absolutely viable. The Dwarf player just assumed that Chaos wouldn't bring it, and if that was the case, then the Dwarf player's pick was great. In the sense that he's going to have a ton of Thunderers and then the Organ Gun to do huge amounts of damage to the high armor units of Chaos. But since Chaos had the ranged advantage, the Hellcannon became a deciding factor here. Not as many kills, like I said, as I think it could have gotten, but still not bad over the course of a battle considering it was being automatically targeted by the AI. Nice kills on the Chaos Warriors. They stood up pretty well in combat. The Chaos Giant, or the Chaos Knights actually definitely paid for themselves. 91 kills isn't huge, but when basically they removed 3 units of Thunderers from the fight, which is basically what they cost, so they will have paid for themselves. The Giant didn't get a ton of work done, but he did a lot of damage to Ungrim, which in the end was probably worth it, and you can see the Forsaken here just coming in and dealing some damage as well. Now these Iron Breakers were holding out pretty firm, and they do. Whenever they have the Runesmith to back them up, an Iron Breaker is definitely not a unit to be underestimated. The Thunderers, though, this was the key point. There's 4 Thunderers here for the Dwarfs. The challenge with this, so they can do a ton of damage, and they can be very dangerous for Chaos if the Thunderers get loose. How many of us, though, can frequently control 4 units of missiles quite well and keep them defended? And the answer is mostly none of us. So I think in this case for the Dwarf player, if they would have reconsidered that many Thunderers and gone with some different picks, like trading one of these guys for a cannon, for instance, would have been very good against Chaos. In case they brought the Hellcannon, you had something to shoot back on it. I like the Organ Gun in general as a pick versus Chaos, and I also like the Thunderers, but I think 2 of these guys would have been appropriate. The Organ Gun, and then I would have thrown some Thanes into this army. The Thanes would have definitely helped to counter some of the Chaos Warriors, because the Thanes can support a normal unit of Dwarf Infantry that would typically lose this fight. So, in any case, hope you all enjoyed this. HeirofCarthage signing out. Appreciate Shifty Sean for sending that in. This whole week, you're probably going to see me doing a lot of replays from viewers rather than a ton of my own battles because I'm busy getting some stuff ready for you all, and I am not having as much time online personally. It doesn't mean I won't, but like I said, a ton of people sent me replays. It was very nice of them, so I want to get caught up on a few of them. I have a lot of Rome 2 replays. If you all are enjoying this, please make sure to subscribe. I'd like to thank MSI, obviously, for having sponsored the build I'm recording this on with their awesome motherboard, and appreciate their support as always. You can check the description for links. HeirofCarthage, signing out.